On Rye, Chapter 56. I saw a vacancy sign in the window in front of a rooming house. Had the cabbie pull up. I paid him and walked up on the front porch to ring the bell. I had one black eye from the fight, another cut eye, a swollen nose, my lips were puffed. My left ear was bright red, and every time I touched it, an electric shock ran through my body. An old man came to the door. He was in his undershirt, and it looked like he had spilled chili and beans across the front of it. His hair was gray and uncombed. He needed a shave, and he was puffing on a wet cigarette that stank. "You the landlord?" I asked. "Yep. I need a room." "You working?" "I'm a writer." "You don't look like a writer." "What do they look like?" He didn't answer. Then he said, "$2.50 a week. Can I see it?" He belched and said, "Follow me." We walked down a long hall. There was no hall rug. The boards creaked and sank as we walked on them. I heard a man's voice from one of the rooms. "Suck me, you piece of shit." $3, I heard a woman's voice. $3? I'll give you a bloody asshole. He slapped her hard. She screamed. We walked on. "Place is in back," the guy said, "but you're allowed to use the house bathroom." There was a shack in the back with 4 doors. He walked up to number 3 and opened it. We walked in. There was a cot, a blanket, a small dresser, and a little stand. On the stand was a hot plate. "You got a hot plate here," he said. "That's nice." $2.50 in advance. I paid him. "Give you your receipt in the morning." "Fine. What's your name?" "Janaski." "I'm Connors." He slipped a key off his key ring and gave it to me. "We ran a nice, quiet place here. Want to keep it that way?" "Sure." I closed the door behind him. There was a single light overhead, unshaded. Actually, the place was fairly clean. Not bad. I got up, went outside, and locked the door behind me, walked through the backyard to an alley. I shouldn't have given that guy my real name, I thought. I might have killed my little dark friend over on Temple Street. There was a long wooden stairway which went down the side of a cliff and led to the street below. Quite romantic. I walked along until I saw a liquor store. I was going to get my drink. Bought 2 bottles of wine. I felt hungry too, so I purchased a large bag of potato chips. Back at my place, I undressed, climbed onto my cot, leaned against the wall, lit a cigarette, and poured wine. I felt good. It was quiet back there. I couldn't hear anybody in any of the other rooms in my shack. I had to take a piss, so I put on my shorts, went around the back of the shack, and let go. From there I could see the lights of the city. Los Angeles was a good place. There were many poor people. It would be easy to get lost among them. I went back inside, climbed back on the cot. As long as a man had wine and cigarettes, he could make it. Finished off my glass and poured another. Maybe I could live by my wits. The 8-hour day was impossible, yet almost everybody submitted to it. And the war, everybody was talking about the war in Europe. I wasn't interested in world history, only my own. What crap. Your parents controlled your growing up period, they pissed all over you. Then when you get ready to go out on your own, the others want to stick you into a uniform so you could go get your ass shot off. The wine tasted great. I had another. The war. Here I was, a virgin. Can you imagine getting your ass blown off for the sake of history before you get to know what a woman was? Or own an automobile? What would I be protecting? Somebody else. Somebody else who didn't give a shit about me. Dying in war never stopped wars from happening. I could make it. I could win drinking contests. I could gamble. Maybe I could pull a few hold-ups. I didn't ask much, just to be left alone. Finished the first bottle of wine and started in on the second. Halfway through the second bottle, I stopped, stretched out. My first night in my new place. It was alright. I slept. I was awakened by the sound of a key in the door. Then the door pushed open. I sat up on the cot. A man started to step in. "Get the fuck out of here!" I screamed. He left fast. I heard him running off. I got up and slammed the door. People did that. They rented a place, stopped paying rent, and kept the key, sneaking back to sleep there if it was vacant or robbing the place if the vacant was out. Well, he wouldn't be back. He knew if he tried again that I'd bust his sack. I went back to my cot and had another drink. I was a little nervous. I was going to have to pick up a knife. Finished my drink, poured another, drank that, and went back to sleep.